YouTube, B Smokehouse back here with you, and I think today we're gonna do something with some leftovers from the previous video that I did. It's a piece of beef known as the shoulder clod. I titled that video, I believe, an alternative number 2 to brisket. Now I have a large chunk of it left. Let me show you what I woke up this morning and I got it into my immersion blender here. Right, and it's been set at 135 for the past 2.5 hours. This is about done. I'll get my probe out and I'll temp it, but this is going to be my protein for this new video, which will be ravioli. An excellent use of leftovers. You know, we don't have leftovers all the time. However, when we do, I like to take it and turn it into something different. Simply eating barbecue every day can get kind of mundane, right? Even if it's great barbecue. All right, so now we're back down here with you. I've got 2 cups of all-purpose flour. If you have double out flour or double zero flour, that would be better than what I'm actually using. I have all-purpose. That's what I'm using. We're gonna go. I've created a well between this, and we're gonna go in with 2 eggs. That's 1 egg. That's 2 eggs. Again, we're making ravioli, so we're actually making the pasta portion of this dish, and then I'm going to go in with 1, 2, and then 3 pinches, light pinches of salt. All right. Now we're going to start mixing this. Probably could have made my well a bit bigger, but we're going to let it work. Key to this is as you mix, you want to start slowly incorporating that flour. So you'll start seeing me taking some from around the edges. We're gonna go a little bit more. All right. Now I usually do this in a bowl to make. I'll bring you guys back. I'm going to continue kneading this, giving it what it needs, applying some manual pressure to it until I get to the point what I want. This is important because we are trying to make a strong gluten structure. And so that's the same thing that one of those mechanical devices would do, aka a mixer. But I've got time today. I'm starting pretty early, not pressed for time. So we're going to give this the attention that it deserves. Stay tuned. I'll bring you guys back when I have this where I need it to be. Alright, I've been kneading this for the past 5 to 8 minutes. See how it's a nice smooth looking dough? It's got some spring back to it. You see how it's coming back? That's what you want. Now, because we've been doing all this movement with this dough, we need to go ahead and let it rest so that we need to, because we're trying to develop, you know, those gluten strands, we need to give this time to rest. If we don't, then it'd be a tough piece of dough, and that would translate to when you get to making your ravioli. So we're gonna wrap this, saran wrap, leave it out at room temperature for the next hour. I'll bring you guys back with the next step. All right, let's go ahead and make this filling. Real simple filling for this ravioli. So I've got about 1.5 cups of my beef. I'm going to go. We're going to season as we go, as well as if I feel it needs a little bit more meat, then I'll do that later. What I don't want to do is get in a position where I've got everything in at once. We're going to go in again. We're going to season a little bit more. This little bit of beef powder, Korean red chili pepper flake, just a tad bit. This stuff packs some heat. A smidge, some MSG. We're going in with some Italian seasonings. I've got 1 whole egg. That's a large egg. And I've got half a block of cream cheese. We're going to go in there and bust that egg, and then we're going to get this mixed in. Again, this is my filling reminiscent of a, you know, ricotta, a spinach filling. A little bit different though. Some of the same ingredients will be going in. Mix it well. That egg acts as a binder and just to make sure this filling doesn't dry out. Only use one. Now, if you use, you know, one too many of something, so let's say I go more than one egg and I got a watery mixture, then I would need to get more filling or more meat prepared to put in here, right? All right, it's looking pretty good. I've tasted this before. I'm gonna go for 2 half sheets. And I'm almost positive we'll have excess. I've got my old standby, my old trusty hand cranked pasta machine here, and this is going to help us get these sheets knocked out. Let's go ahead. I've got me a little flour down here on the surface, and we're going to start getting this spread out. So when I roll these out, I have a specific shape and size that I'm looking for because this pasta roller is only but so wide, right? So this pasta did sit covered in the saran wrap. So the flour is making it slip on that roller. And I usually go twice at each setting. Right, we're getting thinner, but it's still not thin enough. Alright. And I'll go, let's go to 5. Doing the same thing. Notice the sheet is getting a bit longer, thickness on that. Let me get these other sheets knocked out and I'll bring you guys back when we get ready to fill. Stay tuned. Alright, so I've got one of the sheets of pasta. I've laid it out. I've got 2 sections about 1 inch spaced apart. Now we're going to get some glue. In this case, we've got 1 whole large egg that I've beaten, and we're going to go through the middle here. Now I might have to reshape some of these meat portions. Some of them are rather large. Whole key to this is making sure that everything sticks and stays together instead of busting open, depending on how you're going to cook your ravioli. These can be pan fried. You can get pretty creative with it. You can go brown butter sauce. I've got a red tomato sauce that I've made. But other than that, it's pretty limitless on what you can do with these. We're going to get this on. Alright. Use just a knife. You want to make sure that your cut is pretty even. Alright, that's one cut. Alright, then we'll go in. Alright, and some of these I'll be able to cut down even more, right? Some of these are more. Alright, I'm going to do the rest of these off camera and then I'll bring you guys back for the next step. Alright. Let me get you guys, let's turn around. Alright, so I've got, for this order I'll do, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. Serving of 4, we're going to get this water back to a boil for a minute or 2. Got some sticking going on, and that's fine. We'll cook majority of the way through. We're going to get this fire up a little. Get more butter in our pan. You could really stop right here. You can get some brown butter ravioli going on. We're going to just coat it. Excuse me, I'm working with my left hand. I usually flip with my right hand. So these are cooked all the way through. I'm gonna get a little bit more sauce in here, and we're gonna plate this up. And yes, it might take longer because I am cooking these to order. Some nice thick sauce is coated. Alright, I'm going to turn that fire off. Now I'm going to plate these up. I'll bring you guys back as I plate these up. Alright, here is my finished products. This is my homemade beef ravioli that I made using that leftover beef from the shoulder clod I made last week. I've got 4 large raviolis. I made a beautiful tomato-based pasta sauce, and it smells delicious. We eat with our eyes and nose first, but let's recap what we did. So I went ahead and early this morning I got up, I put the beef shoulder clod in my sous vide to heat it through because I had frozen it, right, because I wanted to use it for this recipe. That reheated for approximately 3 hours. I went ahead and I got my filling made. The part that you guys didn't see on camera, I took some bell peppers, some jalapenos, some onions, and a few other things. I sauteed them off along with spinach to get the majority of that moisture out because I didn't want that moisture escaping to the inside of these beautiful ravioli. I then went ahead and I got in some cream cheese with that same mixture and a few other things in that same mixture. I rolled out my dough. I brought out my manual pasta maker. And then we got some sheets of dough made. I will tell you this, for as long as I've been cooking, I do have a problem when it comes to sizing quantities for crowds, right? Fortunately, I'm just cooking for those in my household, so I believe we have enough right now. So what I'm more than likely going to do is for my kids, I will put these raviolis along with some grilled cheeses. All right, so we stuffed those ravioli. They've been sitting in my refrigerator. The remainder of those ravioli are sitting in my fridge right now as we speak. I got some out. I got some water on my stove in a pot. I salted said water, brought it to a light boil. I got those ravioli in for 2 to 3 minutes. I then took them out into a hot saute pan, awaiting some butter. And then I start saucing them. And then I start tossing the ravioli in the sauce. And this is the finished product. How I like to finish my ravioli off is we're going to hit it with some Parmesan cheese. Of course, if you got fresh, use fresh. Alright. Then I'm going to finish it off with some green onion so I can go ahead and get my picture. Alright, I'll bring you guys back. I'm going to get me a picture for my thumbnail and then I'll bring you guys back. Let's go ahead and get a bite. Now this recipe did take some time. It's not seen as a quick recipe. However, I could have made that dough last night, for the pasta dough, and then it could have been setting. The sauce is delicious. Here we go. You see the layers in there? Pretty good. You can taste that beef. The sauce is amazing. The tomato-based sauce. See here? One of the things that I notice is that whenever you put those raviolis or something made of straight pasta in the bottom of a searing hot pan with butter, you get color on there, and color's flavor. You can definitely tell that was done as opposed to just boiling these and toss them in the sauce. It's really good. Real delicious. The dough is actually flavorful. The pasta dough is not chewy. Real easy to cut through. None of the edges got really hard. You don't find clumps of dough, right? from pieces of the dough that did not hydrate. It's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and prepare some plates along with those grilled cheese for my family. Hey, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and to continue to tune in. Leave some comments. What would you like to see me cook next? Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until the next video, B Smokehouse out.